sure the chat's going to show up. Make sure we get the whole chat. And hopefully we get a couple people on here. And hopefully the connection's good. Because the connection out here could very well suck. Hey, okay, we do have somebody on here. EMD, how's it going? We are out here in the middle of bum F nowhere along the CSX Chicago line waiting for W845-07. Hey, Trademaster, you're on here. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, we are out here waiting for the KCS military train that came out of LA like 5 or 6 days ago. And it's on its way to Fort Drum, just now getting up here. It left Buffalo about 35 minutes ago. Last update I got was about 15 minutes ago when they had stopped because one of the Humvee doors opened on a flat car. So they stopped to shut the Humvee's doors. It's carrying military equipment. So we gotta sit and wait. We gotta wait because they had a problem. Hey, Average. Yeah. Well, it's CSX. Do you expect them to not have a problem? Yeah, that's a GoPro. So, okay. So here's the story about this. Basically, I have two filming options. Also, the fact that you guys aren't complaining, I'm assuming it means the stream quality is at least halfway decent. Not stuttery. I know pixelated might be, but it's at least not stuttery at all. But yeah, so basically, I haven't gone out railfanning in ages because, let's face it, if you scroll through my channel, you can see pretty much anything you could ever want to see on this line. So it takes a damn good train to get me out here, and this fit the bill to be good enough, so I came out. But I only brought one of my tripods, and actually, I don't remember if it was me or my father, but somebody had lost one of the screws for it that, 8620, yeah, that it won't support the heavy Nikon. So it can only support the GoPro. I wasn't planning on picking this shot. If I had planned ahead of time to come here, I would have brought my other tripod to put my Nikon on, because this is like a really epic curve shot that I've gotten before. I have a couple videos of it. But I decided last minute to come over here, trying to turn away from the wind, to come over here because, yeah, it's not going to be flooded with people. There's the Bronco over there. So that's why I decided to come here. It looks like, is that a piss bottle? That looks like a piss bottle. You know, actually, that's what I'm gonna do, because that was my original plan. Is I was gonna go to Bergen, which is like 6 miles that way, and there's that's where I caught, if you've seen my video of the Canadian Pacific grain train with the veterans and the heritage on the front, I caught those in Bergen because that's a nice long straight stretch right along the road, nice wide and open, get a good shot there. I figured that's gonna be full of people though. But my plan was to go there, take pictures with my Nikon, so my Nikon wouldn't be stuck filming, so I could take a decent picture, and then film with the GoPro. But then, like, last minute, I decided to come over here and get the curve shot, and I'm like, well, the curve shot's kind of useless, because I can't zoom in on the curve shot with a GoPro. So, I don't know. I mean, it's going to film 2.7K, 60 FPS, so the video quality should be good. I did a quick little test clip while actually two mixed freight trains, two manifests came through here side by side a few minutes ago. Not right side by side, but they're on the either track next to each other, and they were like a minute away from each other. But I did a test thing with those, so the video quality should come out decent. I'm a little concerned about the lighting, but I think we'll still be somewhat decent. I mean, the sun is facing this. The only problem is the sun's going to be coming towards us a little bit because it's an eastbound train and it's afternoon, but I don't know. I am intrigued. I'm pretty sure this is a piss bottle. I don't like to walk down the right of way. I'm going to make this quick because I don't like to be that kind of person. That is a piss bottle I'm turning around. That's all I needed to see. Yep, nope, nope. Censor that, nope. Also, somebody dumped their, I'm assuming that's like a cat food or dog food little holder thing, so that's weird. Well, what else am I supposed to get interested in? There's nothing else out here. Yeah, I haven't willingly, like, there's no way that's Gatorade. Look at the color of it. But yeah, I mean, I haven't, like, specifically gone out to Railfan a main line in months. Honestly, I think that Canadian Pacific grain train's the last time I actually came out to CSX, specifically to Railfan. I just there's just nothing interesting out here anymore. So something like this happens, you know, you can't let it go to waste. Plus, I work nights, so I'm gonna try and like face this way so I can get the camera noise and the wind noise. I'm sure the wind noise is horrible. How's the stream quality, by the way? Is it holding up? Up the road. Okay, that's good. Some farm truck up the road or DOT or something. Yeah, now we play the sitting and waiting game. I have no clue where I'm probably. Let's see. Let me test something here. Yeah, so I can hold the camera and the phone at the same time. So that shouldn't be an issue. Now, the only downside is because I decided to stream, I can't go on like Facebook and stuff and look up and see what the details are on the train. So I have no clue if it's moving yet. So it might be 2 minutes away. It might be an hour away. I don't know. I can't get updates anymore because I decided to stream. I do actually. There is a car flying up. I was about to walk across the road. There is a car flying up this road. They're starting to slow down now. It's a Toyota. Oh, it's a Prius. Okay. Huh. Probably a gay guy. Anyway, across the street here. Yeah, so that's what the big whip antenna on the roof here is for. So I do have a scanner running, and I've heard nothing. I have heard nothing. The dispatcher's talking through the repeater in Buffalo, so I can't pick them up from here. Because they're still, last time I heard, they were still in Buffalo. CN SD75I by accident? I mean, I have. I have. You gotta scroll through my channel a bit, you'll find one. I know I've seen at least 2 or 3 of those. I've seen a lot of CN stuff. To be fair, we're pretty much right on the Canadian border. Plus, with CN trying to buy that branch in Syracuse. Ooh. There's also, like, rotten milk. Like, rotten milk here. And then that piss bottle over there. Now, the depressing thing in it, anybody who lives in... What? Well, that was a short train. That came out of absolutely nowhere. I love how they DP trains that are that short. That's just hilarious. You could pull that whole thing with one engine, but the DP's working just as hard as the head end. Oh, I love it when the railroads are that stupid. Now that I turn the GoPro this way, I gotta like reline up the shot here because I had it like all nice and perfect and yeah, that was okay. That was completely random. Yeah, the crossing has no bells. Yeah, that's PSR at its finest. The do not hump box. Oh, please! I've seen that boxcar like 50,000 times. They run it on like every other intermodal. It goes by like every day. You know, tomorrow it's gonna go by going east, and Wednesday it'll come back west, and then Thursday it'll go east again. Don't matter. There is a high clear down at that automatic down there, so that is probably our target on that signal. Do not hump. Oh my God. I hope not, but you know what? Probably. Maybe not those specifically, but I'm sure they found a car that said don't hump and foamer stuff happened. All right, let's finish lining up the GoPro here. It's like so... It's so like bright out here, I can't see anything. I actually used my phone earlier. Connected it to the GoPro and watched the screen. I can't do that now because I'm streaming. Boy, what I do for you guys. Okay, that should be, hopefully the GoPro's lined up for a good enough shot. It ain't gonna be perfect. I can't see anything. Rodney Kontorski, he's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that shot's lined up good now. I don't know. I shouldn't have turned the GoPro for the world's smallest intermodal. What the hell is this? Oh, it's whiskey. Peanut butter whiskey. Sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. Now that's the way to Railfan, apparently. At that point, I question if they were Railfanning and drinking the whiskey, or if some like conductor chucked it out the cab window on the way by. I don't know. I kind of don't want to know. Hey Mark, I have absolutely no clue. I'll put it this way, I was keeping track of it, and now that I started a live stream, I can't keep track of it anymore, because if I go to look at an update on it, the stream will close and freeze and freak out, so I can't really go get updates any. That was kind of what I forfeited to do the live stream, is I forfeited having an update on when the train shows up. I mean, if somebody watching wants to get an update, that's more than welcome. You know, if you want to send an update in the chat, that's more than welcome. You know, at least it'll let me know how long we're going to wait here on the stream, how long I got to wait. And any Rochester guys on here, it'll help them. They can figure out their timing to see it. Like I said, the last update I got was about 25 minutes ago, when they had a Humvee door on a flat car open and they stopped to fix it. So, there we got, according to this, we got 9 people on here now. Not gonna lie, 9 people's pretty good for a stream of mine. Elevators rock on. Hello, welcome. We're not on an elevator today, we're catching a train. I wonder if Jason's lurking on here. Jason likes to lurk. I'm calling him out for it, whether he's doing it or not. I love the spoiled milk. Just sitting here. Spoiled milk, pack of cigarettes, the random cat and dog food bowl holder, and then the shot glass. You're going to call me out on the Hachiroku icon over on the bottom right? Yeah, go for it. It's Hachiroku's life. Oh, there's a brake. There's a brake pad up there. Probably fell off an auto rack or something. Those things are rickety. Yeah, if there's anybody on here that like has an update or can get an update on the train, let me know, because it'll help us and it'll also help anybody from Rochester who's going to tune into the stream, and then they can figure out too. All those Rochester foamers, you know. Oh no, I mean, brake pads fall off cars all the time. Like, it's very common to see a brake pad fall off. That's one of the reasons why you don't do what I'm doing and stand, you know, like 15 feet from the crossing, because I mean, brake pads do fall off trains a lot. And if they're braking when they come off and they're doing like 50, yeah, they go flying. I watched an auto rack spit one once. It was hilarious. Yeah, I was in Batavia, so about, let's see, we're at, what, 96. So I was about 10 miles that way. Auto rack going by, and he was an eastbound. He was starting going, because that's the top of the hill. He was starting down the hill, and he had his air brakes on to control his speed. I think he had to slow down for like the 402 crossover or something. So he had his air brakes on, and you see a brake pad just spit out from under one of the auto racks. Spat out, made a huge cloud of rocket dust on the side, and it's just laying there. Dangerous stuff if that goes the wrong direction, I'll put it that way. Yeah, 12 people on here. Well, now it's down to 11. I don't really trust the counter that YouTube has. Posted a video. Well, to be fair, if he had enough time to film the video, get to a place where he can upload it, and then upload the video, I mean, it was probably quite a while. You know, if it was probably something from like this morning, maybe. Like I said, last I knew, the stream's been going for 18 minutes. Last I knew, right when I started the stream, it had been about 15 minutes since it had happened. They stopped to close a Humvee door just outside of Buffalo. They stopped at 4:30, somewhere between 4:37 and 4:34. So I don't know how long that is going to take, or that took. Like, I don't know if they're moving yet or if they're still working on it. I mean, it's military stuff. It's it's literally a Department of Defense train, so it's... I am at some random crossing in the middle of bum F nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. I'll put it this way, I'm west of Batavia, or not Batavia, Rochester. So... No, I'm going to see it way before it gets to Fairport. Actually, when I see it, I can give you an update on approximately when it'll get to Fairport, if you were going to watch it on the cam. Because it's an eastbound, so I'll see it first. I'm quite a ways. I mean, I'm like 40 miles east of west of Fairport. So. Following 264. Well, I haven't seen it eastbound at all yet. What, the 264 go around them in Buffalo? .3:40 p.m. clear, 4:33. So that was 20 minutes ago. Okay, so he's on the move. All right, so we should be seeing him in a couple minutes then. Yeah, thanks for the update. Appreciate it. Are you a Rochester guy, or are you just watching the camera from elsewhere? Is 003 the one that was like 20 cars long with a mid DPU for no reason? If so, I just saw that. Yeah, 2 by 1 by 0. Yeah, that was that must have been, let's see, 310 at Fairport. Yeah, that was probably 003 to just cruise through here. He cruised through here like 5 or 6 minutes ago. He's on the stream. Yeah, he had 2 on the head and a mid DPU for like no reason. He was like 20 cars. It's ridiculous what precision scheduled railroading, or we call it pretty stupid railroading, does. It's looking, looks like the signal, let me not get hit by a car. It looks like the signal's lit back there. Oh no. Okay, the signals are lit. We have an eastbound in the block. Yes, it's a 1990 Ford Bronco that I actually bought from California. So you can see there's a little paint fade on the upper surfaces because California heat and sun, but there's no rust whatsoever. So eventually, either this year or next year, the top half is going to get repainted, same color. And it's basically good as new. I mean, there's no rust whatsoever. I've had it for a couple years, and I only drive it in the summer. If there's like rock salt residue or anything, I won't drive it. Yeah, we do have an eastbound. It should be lighting up the crossing any second now. That's probably that 264 you mentioned, if the military train's behind it. I hope they don't run them side by side and the freaking KCS trains on that side. That would suck. Because they ran 2 side by side. Well, earlier, the 2 manifests that came through here before the 003, right before I started streaming, they were running them side by side on both mains westbound. You know, for the signal being lit, he's taking quite some time. Yeah, I am so not used to all the new train signal symbols, because I haven't really done this in a couple of years, except for pretty much spotty odds and ends, like something like this comes through, I'll come out, but I haven't just straight up come out just to catch trains, because it's all boring stuff now. So I'm not familiar with all the new symbols. They've changed so much stuff. You know, I'm used to like 90% of the manifest being, you know, 380 series. Anybody here old enough to remember train Q386? If you remember train Q386, that was the #1. If you are railfanning, you catch that train every chance you get. Because they always sent it out of Ohio with the absolute worst power in the world as far as the railroad's concerned, but the best power as far as a railfan is concerned. Because let's be honest, most of the time when a railfan sees a train and says, "Oh, that's you know, that's a nice lash up, that's a nice consist, I like that locomotive," the crew sitting in it is probably killing themselves for it. You know, for the signal being lit, it's taking him a long time to get here. 1940, well, they did send them up here like 2 years ago, and I caught them when they did. Probably. If anybody has one of those hacked ship CSX accounts, they'll look at it and say, "Oh yeah, he's going like 2 miles an hour." And then he goes by you 2 minutes later doing 60. Yeah, that signal's definitely lit down there. Yeah. Huh. Weird. We got 15 people now. People are eager to see this. Actually, no, I know what the 15 people. Our people are eager to get an update when it comes through here, so they know when to catch it in Rochester. That's exactly what it is. And since I'm here, I might as well. Syracuse area, how's it going? 294. Okay, yeah. Oh, you're north of Fort Drum? Okay. Yeah, if you're north of Fort Drum, you won't see it. Yeah, just playing the waiting game. Actually, I'm gonna run the truck for a little bit. So I got the scanner sitting here running off the battery. Especially if that auto rack's gonna be our first train. You know, I gotta admit, I see a lot of people like say that to people on those Facebook groups that I like don't participate in whatsoever. But I see a lot of that, like, I'll catch it for you. That's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, if somebody, you know, like if somebody asks you to like get a picture for them or something, that's one thing. But I don't know. It's like, I'll catch it for you is almost like an in-your-face type of thing, depending on how you take it. No, I get it, but listen, I mean, you know, I don't participate in those rail fan communities for reasons. I mean, it's just, you know. Oh, I see. Discord call. But yeah, I'll catch it for. Okay, yeah, I do that to you, average. I also know you, so that's why. But I don't know. These rail fan groups are like extremely toxic. Like I just don't want to get involved with them. I enjoy doing my own thing. That's it. Well, average, if it makes you feel any better. I mean, I know that this KCS TFM military train isn't going to come down to Pennsylvania, so I'll catch it for you. Don't worry. In fact, I'll even stream it so you can see it when I catch it. How's that sound? You're welcome. Yeah, no, those community, and honestly, it's not even like rail fans in general. It's like the communities just overall, like online communities, are just bad. I mean, you know, the elevator community is no better. The siren fire alarm community, they have their problems. The plane spotting community isn't as bad, but there's still some. I don't know. It's just an online thing. Doesn't matter where you are. It is just, you know, there's going to be a toxic side. That's why I only mingle with certain people. Yeah, every community has them. I only mingle with certain people. I keep my I keep my reaches very short. Which is why you don't see me all over. And then you also, I mean, I'm not going to point out anyone specific because I'm not like that. But you get some people who, and I mean, if you're like an area or somewhat local rail fan, I mean, you know, like you'll know who I'm talking about, or at least a couple specific people. But there's some people who just, you see them all over the place, and like they're consistently posting just everywhere, just like begging for info and stuff. It's like, come on. I mean, I have people who beg me for Falls Road Railroad information about when they're running trains and stuff. I don't even work for them. I mean, yeah, I'm with the Historical Society, and I work on the excursions like alongside them on their railroad. I don't work for them, but even so, like people like beg me for info on them, and I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you. that's that's company business at that point. Like, and I know some of the railroaders get harassed too. Hey, Rochester's sub, how's it going? But yeah, people. I don't know. I know people who get it too. I know a lot of the railroaders that do. So we got a Chevy just pulled up back there. Wonder if they're waiting for the same thing. Looks like a contractor's truck. Do you have like any new updates on this thing yet? Because if it was 367, 367 would be a manifest. Didn't didn't someone just say we saw that, or that was one of the ones I saw before I started streaming? Yeah, I saw that before I started streaming. That was one of them. So I don't know why they'd be talking about it now. It went through Fairport like an hour and a half ago or more. Probably more, because if it stopped and worked Rochester, then it probably went through this morning. Oh, milepost. Well, I can guarantee you this train is not at milepost 367 yet. Because if it was, I would have seen it by now. $264 got ahead at 429. I haven't even seen 264 yet. So they're taking their sweet time. $429, 12 minutes ago. They probably had to do that because of because the W train had to stop and wait for that Humvee door. So that's probably why. Dumped the air because of a bird. Well, it depends. If you hit a turkey, if you hit a turkey, you dump the air, walk back, grab the turkey, take it home, and cook it up if it's not too mangled. Just tell the dispatcher it was a PTC problem. They'll believe it. Literally, you can get away with dumping the air for anything as long as you blame a PTC problem. Because they won't even ask questions at that point. Fun PTC story. When they first put PTC in for Amtrak in Albany at the Rensselaer station, the PTC would dump the air every single time you would go under the pedestrian bridge to the platforms at the station. It got so bad that they had to take their switchers and stuff to use at the shops, and they had to shove every single train into the platform so that the PTC wouldn't dump on the engine. Because it would dump every single time. It was just something about, like, the pedestrian bridge would cause the connection loss, or, I don't know how it really works, but whatever it did, it dumped the air every time you'd go under the bridge. On any track. Obviously, it's fixed now, but back when PTC was first installed, that was a problem for like 3 weeks. P281. I think it's too early for that. Oh, no, 281 could be getting close to Fairport by now. It's too early to see it here, but yeah, they could be getting close to Fairport. I don't plan on being around long enough to see that. Besides, it's Amtrak, Who cares about Amtrak? K504 planned. A lot of traffic out of absolutely nowhere. Go ahead and shut this down for a bit. Well, why would it be on the Fairport log if it hasn't run yet? I thought the Fairport log was supposed to be for stuff that already went through. Like you log it when it shows up. Also, is this like a PSR thing? Like when were welded rail trains like started being K trains? Welded rail trains they used to be W trains. They were all work trains. Where did welded rail become a bulk commodity? I mean, I guess it's a bulk commodity, but it's a little weird. They are bulk commodity trains, but I don't know. They've at least last I remember they were never K trains. They always came as work trains. I wonder, is it because it's not a CSX rail train? That might be why. Like, because it's MBTA, so if it's a delivery for somebody else, that would be bulk. But if it was a CSX work train, like CSX rails, they'd probably make that a W. That makes sense. I believe I hear a horn. Distant, but I believe I hear one. We got some guys just pull up working on looks like power utility. They shouldn't be parked in their way, but if they got to pull up their truck to get to this pole over here or something, I can pull up across the street. That's one thing when you're rail fanning, always yield the right of way, the road, your spot, all that to people using it for a more legitimate use. Because like we're just here taking pictures of an inanimate object. You know, they're doing work. There's a long wait. It's funny, I haven't done this in so long, I'm not used to waiting for stuff. Actually, no, that I just realized that CP Grainer isn't the last train that I went out specifically to catch. It was that manifest that came through with all the DODX stuff on it. So actually, the last train I went out specifically to catch was a military train, and here I am catching another. The last one had all tanks, though. It's funny too because that last one went completely under the railfan like radar. Like nobody knew it was coming until it passed Rochester. and some like random person and me saw it. And everyone's like, what? Where'd that come from? What? Uh-oh, we have a Jason. Boxcar Productions, I don't think I said hi to you. Hello. Go spot planes. No, they're not. Planes don't carry as much military equipment as this train is. DFW elevators, hello. Yes, the Gray Ghost. We should be seeing him within the next couple minutes. I mean, it's been. I know that you always, sit here and say that, but truthfully, at this point, we should be. Ah, from Canada. Nice. I wish they'd open the border. They didn't run that holiday train this year. I go up to the holiday train every single year. Obviously, I couldn't do it last year. I didn't do it. Nor was the border open, but the utility guys are leaving. There's still one Chevy sitting back there. I don't know. He's the utility truck, but I think he's just a guy on lunch break. Now we get to watch him back up into the right of way. 17 Is this a record for... This might be a record for me. I don't know if I've ever had 17 people on... At least that's what it's telling me on my end. I don't think I've ever had 18 now. I forget my stream. I know the record used to be like 12. It might be 8. This might be a new record. I know why, because everybody in Rochester's like, where's the train? I can't believe we haven't seen that auto rack yet. I mean, he should be doing 60. Honestly, his W train's probably doing 60 too, but I don't know. I don't know if those DODX cars can do. I don't know what they're rated for. I don't know if they can do 60 or not. It's a unit train, so maybe. Could be. The only problem is if they were 55, they'd probably hold them to like 45 or 50 and run them at manifest speed. That's how they usually gauge it. They'll either do manifest speed or they'll do intermodal speed. That's pretty much your only two options. Whew. Spent a long time staring at this crossing. Got moving as of 25 minutes ago. I'm here so the train. Well, of course you are, Jason. As of, let's see, so 25 minutes ago at 4:29. So 25 minutes, if he's doing 50, he should be somewhere around probably like 4:10, 4:08. Of course, if he got that far, the auto rack should be here by now. You know what I've always wondered? I know there's going to be a really random question. Actually, the bells won't activate. There's no bell on this crossing. See, there's no bell over there, and there's nothing there. I'm not too concerned if I like get a late activation for this first train. It's the first train's an auto rack, or at least it's supposed to be. So I'm not too concerned about the auto rack. But yeah, so this is one of those really random questions. like what does an average person do, or like what goes through their mind? Number one, when they see a train, like get stopped at a train. Or number two, if you get stopped at a train at a crossing, you're not a train person. You don't really care. If anything, you just don't want to be held up by it. And all of a sudden, you see either like 765 on a mainline excursion, so like you see a big, massive steam engine go by, or you see like a military train or the circus train before that got ripped apart. Like, I've always wondered what goes through people's heads when they see one of those, like, more publicly foamy trains. Because you don't have to be a train guy to like a military train. I mean, you could be an army nut and you see this train and you will nut. Like, yeah. I've always wondered, though, what just the random person thinks about when they see something like that. Oh, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm late to work. Honestly, that's probably it. But, I wonder. I mean, like I think the best example is the circus train. Back when the circus train still ran. Like, you know, if you get stopped at a crossing and all of a sudden every single car goes by, you see all the Ringling Brothers circus equipment. It's like, you know, even as a normal person, like if you know what the circus is, you have to foam over that. Yeah, speaking of car, there goes one at a very high rate of speed. The real question is this going, for the Rochester people, you know, because the Rochester people have, every time a special train comes, Rochester people have to play a game of West Shore Roulette. It's basically Russian roulette, but with trains. And if you're from Rochester or know Rochester, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I never play that game. I refuse. I always go to the west of Rochester so I don't have to deal with it. But you know, there's West Shore Roulette. Well, yeah, if you go to Fairport, you see both, or if you just stay west of Rochester or east of Fairport, then you're gonna see both anyway. But there's yeah, exactly. But there are some nice spots along the West Shore. I'll admit. I mean, High Falls is a good shot to catch on the main. The West Shore's got a couple of good spots. Scottsville Road over by the Truss Bridge, a double crossing there on each side of the river. That's a cool spot. It's just you just can't guarantee that they're going to go through there. It's a dangerous game to play. I've rail fanned in like gates before. Like I've rail fanned out there. I've never actually rail fanned on the West Shore. Um, Obscure little known spots. I'm at one. I am at one. Actually, I came here specifically because I knew this place was not going to be covered in people. I always go to like, even if the shot isn't the best, I always go to like the little like, little known in the middle of nowhere crossings. So I don't have to deal with a ton of people. Like, can you imagine like everyone shows up? Actually, Jason, I was worried about that when I started streaming. I'm like, I hope people don't, just like flood, find it and flood over. But the sad part is, if I went to like, and I was considering Bergen. I mean, there's a long enough stretch that you could have a couple people set up on that road and not have to deal with each other because it's like a mile and a half of parallel running. But if I went to Bergen, or especially if I went to Attridge Road, or if I went to, oh, God forbid, I go to Fairport. Like, there, imagine the sea of foam that would be flowing. And honestly, for me, it's like it's not even so much the people. Like, I don't really care about the physical people. I just, when I don't want a bunch of people in my shot, and I also don't want to be in a bunch of people's shots. That's my biggest thing for always like purposely doing this alone and going to obscure places because I don't want I don't want to be in someone's shot and I don't want to have a bunch of people in my shot. I mean, one person who shows up in your shot out of nowhere, like it's not a big deal, especially if they're kind of down in the corner of the frame and they don't block the train. That's not a big deal. But I still just like to be able to set up my own way. Like, I can set up over there, and I'm not gonna have people all over the place like getting in my way or me getting in their way. You know. So yeah, I mean that's my big thing with always doing these obscure places. Even the Falls Road. I'll show up and stand in front of your camera. Yeah, come on up, Jason. It's cheap. You'll make it. And you can make it. You can make it before the train shows up. Actually, the moment Jason logs off the stream, the train will probably show up. But no, 265. Oh, okay. But yeah, even on the Falls Road, I mean, I've exhausted quite a few of the like mainstream locations. So you notice some of my Falls Road chases now, I'm picking different spots. I'm starting to do, I mean, I get a couple less shots because these, lesser known spots are lesser known for a reason. And the reason being is obviously because they're harder to get to. It's harder to chase from those spots. But the Falls Road, I've filmed it so much now that I will like forfeit getting more shots to get better shots when I do a chase of them. So I've started doing some weird. I mean, I did a Vine Street shot. I loved that shot. That shot was awesome on the latest chase. Yeah, I like doing this more obscure stuff. 321. I don't know. It's like a manifest or something. I mean, it's a 300 series. I can only assume it's probably like a manifest or something. We'll look at something that's not that crossing for a few minutes. Besides, my hand was getting tired holding it up. I wish I had a place that I could like set this. But I don't. I guess that kind of works if I keep my fingers out of it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe this auto rack hasn't showed up yet. I mean, the military train's one thing. You never know what's going to happen to them. But I mean, the auto rack just... I can't believe they haven't showed up. Maybe it went through a portal. Yeah. Oh, I don't know why it hasn't showed up 2 seconds later. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, there he is. Maybe it did. Maybe it went to the nether. You know what? I bet the auto rack went to the nether and the military train went to go take out the Ender Dragon. That's probably what happened. I'm sorry, but if you grew up in the 2000s, you can't not accept a Minecraft reference once in a while. The scanner is also still dead quiet. Nothing on the dispatching channel either. I'm once again getting that sensation where you think you're hearing a horn. Drives up. No, okay, so story about that. Many years ago, probably 6 or 7. I was out for the Penn Central Heritage. Too much Penn, not enough Central. Um, and I sat out for pretty much the entire afternoon and evening. So finally, it's just about to get dark, but it's still bright enough. Um, it's getting. So the person I'm with decides they're going to move up a couple of crossings and get closer to it, get a different shot. So I decide to follow, but I film a manifest first. I pull away, and somewhere between there and the next crossing, which was about a 2-minute drive, I missed it. And then chased it all the way to Buffalo. It stopped at a signal. I trotted through a farm field and got like this really crappy night video of it. Not only that, but it's Penn Central. It's the darkest black you could possibly put on a locomotive, and by the time I saw it, it was dark. And it's in the cornfield, so there's no lights. Yeah, ever since then, if I'm waiting for a train, the last thing I do is drive away from the crossing I'm sitting at, because as soon as I do, it's going to show up. Also, apparently there was a W001 in Buffalo today. Like, was there a geometry train that came through here this morning or something? Because apparently there was a W001 that came through. And I can only imagine that's got to be a geo train. Will be eastbound. What, is it not running yet? So I saw something that said it was the CP draw this morning. At like 10 o'clock or something. Buffalo, Syracuse, huh. I wonder when it's called for. You know what would be funny is after I see this, I've got to go to work. And I'm totally like while I'm at work, I'm totally going to see W001 on accident. Because I work in the evening. Luckily, my schedule's flexible, so I can pretty much sit here as long as I need to see this. Favorite heritage unit? Honestly, I mean, I'm gonna get this out of the wind. Honestly, I mean, I'm not like excessively big into heritage units or anything. Well, we're sure it's coming considering it was just in Buffalo. No, the post from the 8th is when it entered CSX on the 7th. So it's been on CSX system for several days now. Yeah, I'm not really big on like heritage units and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I know like there's a big like whole foam thing behind it. I don't know. I'm not. They're cool. I mean, if there's one, I'll catch it. If I don't have to go out of my way, I'll catch it. But other than that, if I had to pick a favorite, then it wouldn't be because of the engine. I would pick New York Central because that's my favorite fallen flag railroad. So I would pick New York Central if I had to, which oddly enough I haven't seen. I haven't actually seen a lot. That's one thing I haven't seen a lot of. I mean, they run on the NS line a lot, but I just, it's not like CSX where I can go out to catch a train and I see like 5 trains while I'm waiting for it. But, NS, it's the only train you're going to see is the one that you're waiting for. You might wait 5 hours and not see one. At least here, if I wait 5 hours for a train, I'll have like 5 or 6 videos besides just the one. And if I went for like appearance, like just looks, I would probably have to go Lehigh Valley because the Lehigh paint just looks nice. Yeah, for the CN, I mean What is CN even doing? Do they have heritage? I know CP has a couple. Does CN have heritage units? Like, is that a thing? This shows you how much I keep up with the foaming community. Is does CN have heritage units? I didn't think they did. They do? I didn't know that was a thing. I just learned something. Nope, I'm not up to date. Well, I don't mingle with really those. Oh, I've seen those. I didn't realize they were real. I thought they were photoshops. Yeah, I thought those were all photoshops. To be honest, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really keep up to date with all the foamers stuff. Like I said, I just kind of do my own thing. You know, whatever happens, happens. Hearing about this thing was an accident. Oh my God, it just now got to Batavia. Wow. That's depressing. He must have been crawling out of Buffalo. He must have been crawling. Well, if he's within 4 miles, I mean that's the auto rack, but I don't even know. I might not even get out and film the auto rack. Should I? What's the power on the auto rack? Is it even worth it? Is is it worth getting out and filming the auto rack? Does anybody know what power it has? I've seen so many boring auto racks. Better be EMD. They do like to put those 70 max on this auto racks a lot. 50. Oh, so it's two GEs. Yeah, why would I want who cares about the GEs? I like the EMDs because they're not as common. Yeah, CSX one is the West Virginia. That was down in PA. That'll probably be a night train. Obviously, it's a CSX locomotive with a yellow sticker on the nose. I don't really care about about it. But yeah, that'll probably be a night train because that was in Pennsylvania like 30 minutes ago. Who does? I'm assuming you say like who cares about the CSX stickers? Rochester. all the all the Rochester well, not all of them, but a lot of the Rochester foamers go nuts over those. You'll see a crowd of like 15 people at Attridge Road at like 10 o'clock tonight to see the West Virginia go through. It's it's kind of funny actually. Also, having just been in Batavia, it ain't here yet, and I'm like right next to Batavia. But yeah, never underestimate the Rochester foamers. Hi, I would say hi a bit better, but I don't know how to pronounce that username. I want to go out and get the St. Lawrence sub one of these days. I go up to the Thousand Islands. I got family up in the areas, but one of these days, I mean, I haven't been up there in probably 2 years. But one of these days, I'm gonna go up there and I wanna do some spotting on that line because there's some nice scenery along like the lakes and stuff up there. I can't tell if I hear a truck or a traction motor. I hear a lawnmower. Look, there's a curve right there. There's a curve right there. I can't see anything. From Russia, okay. Hey, you know, that looks kind of like a Russian keyboard. Hello, Jordan. Hey, Rodney Kintor. I can't see anything. Who the F set that thing up like that? Stupid. Can't see anything. Yeah. Rochester. Well, if you're out to catch this thing, it ain't coming anytime soon. Well, the scanner's squawking a bit. I support right-hand running on the Chicago North. No, I gotta say it like a boomer. But, well, a boomer would be a left-hand guy. So, I support left-hand running on the CNW. Oh, I remember the days when the CNW used to come through town. Oh, those were the days, I tell you. The CNW, the superior railroad of the Midwest. That's how a boomer would say it. I hear traction motors. I suppose I'll get out and film the auto rack. I mean, it's upload content. It's upload content. Yeah. There's the signals. There we go. 264. Sure it's going. You know, going that fast, I can't believe it took them an hour to get here from Buffalo. Actually, no. The auto racks can do 60. Anything that's intermodal and auto rack can do 60. If it's unit refrigerator, it can also do 60. Like when when that Q090, Q091 used to run, they could do 60. I still want to know how far back that military train is. Like how far behind he's actually going to be. Anybody see an update on him? I hear the scanner. Past 4:10, 10 minutes ago. So he's within 5 minutes. So he's literally like right on this guy's rear end. Technically, I don't know. It must have PTC if it's leading. I don't think they'll let it lead without it. To be fair, it is KCS, so it must have PTC. I don't even think KCS could run it without it. Let's go check and see what horn it is. Oh, PTC. I thought you meant P5 like the horn. Horn's probably boring. Barn. Considering I haven't railfanned in a couple of years, it's been a while since I've heard a P5, but I've heard plenty. They're nice horns. How long to get a train? Well, there's not really like a specific time frame on how long it takes to get a train. It's pretty random. But we will be seeing a train. We just saw one. We'll be seeing the train that we're here to see, that we've been waiting hours for. We will be seeing shortly in a couple minutes. We've been here just about an hour and a quarter. So I've been here, actually, that's not even that long of a wait. I've only been here an hour and a half. I was being very sluggish and taking my time to leave the house. And then I saw that it was about to crew change at Frontier, and I'm like, I should probably get moving. I totally could have waited another hour and been like perfectly fine. Oh, it's really windy. Hope the wind doesn't mess up the stream. Or not the stream, but also the video. My other concern is the sun. Like, the sun just came back out, which is good, but it's going to be in the wrong direction soon. So if it waits another 10 or 15 minutes... the local interchanges with us in Lockport. One of those days, we were bringing an excursion and we had to sit there and wait for like 45 minutes because CSX had the entire yard filled with stuff. They had a Jeep 15T, a Jeep 38, an MP15, and a Jeep 40-3. And they just had engines scattered all over Lockport Yard. They had cars all over the place. All we needed was a track to send our power through to run around in, and we couldn't, so we sat there for almost an hour until they cleaned up. And they took their sweet time with it too. We had a train full of passengers. And actually the engine they were running was the Jeep 38. It had an RS5T on it. I'm just looking this way because I want to make sure I see the lights if something, if I don't hear it first. The Fairport is having problems. Well, go tell all the Fairport people to come watch my stream. If the Fairport camera is having problems, tell everybody to watch my stream. I know, that's shameless plug. But to be fair, if they want to see the train before it gets to Fairport, they have like 2 minutes to get here. Stop trying to confuse. Listen, man, I'm a struggling small YouTuber. I do it more for enjoyment than anything, because like I do make money, off of the advertising, but it's not a lot. I mean, listen, 2.7 is pretty small. Honestly, it's not the sub count, it's the viewership. The viewership is what's small. You upload it's like the Falls Road chases and the productions I do, you put like a ton of money and work into it, and then you get like 100 views and you make like 10 cents on the video. It's like I spent $30 to make this video and I made 10 cents. So I don't do it for the money. Yeah, I got 2.7 subs and I get some videos that only get like 20 views. So I feel you there. Dirt racing, that's cool. We used to race. We had somebody who had a car. We used to race at the Batavia Speedway all the time. We went to Ransomville. We went around, raced dirt. This is a random crossing in the middle of nowhere. About 40 miles-ish, give or take, from Fairport. Once it comes through here, you're looking probably another hour to an hour and a half, somewhere in that range, depending if it goes downtown, takes the shore, if it has to stop for anything before it gets to Fairport. If you're at Attridge Road or like down at 382, then I'm like maybe 20 minutes away. squawking. That's probably him. Oh, I hear him. Yeah, I hear the horn. He's at one crossing that way. I really hope that, like, hold on, let me, like, I don't know, I really hope this shot isn't, let me look at the GoPro, because that sun is getting to be a real pain. I think we'll be okay. Sun's getting to be a bit of a problem off in that direction. West Shore Roulette. Yeah, West Shore Roulette will get you every time. Even if it's a train like this, that's like probably going to take the West Shore. If everybody sets up on the West Shore, it's going to take the main. We do have another one showing up. The lighting should still be in our favor for this side of the tracks. I just hope the GoPro video comes out good. I didn't bring my other tripod for the Nikon, so I can't do any fancy camera work. It's literally just going to be a steady shot, little fisheye effect, which should be kind of cool. Get ready, boys. I hear noises. Wind. I hear more than wind. I'm trying to stand this way so that the wind noise isn't as bad. Yep, here he comes. It gets like excessively windy the moment that the video I actually want is gonna have to be recorded. Here we go. Almost blew the tripod over. Well, there he goes. That's all I was looking for. Give me a second to get the camera all straightened down here. Whew. Okay. Get that put in here. Oh, okay. So, oh yeah, you literally just missed it, Jason. You literally just missed it. You can see it's right around the curve. All right, well, I have to get going to work. Hopefully the video turned out good. We'll see once I get it. I'll probably go up. I don't know if I want to put this video up early or do my normal Wednesday upload. Because I usually do a Wednesday 2 p.m. upload, but I might do this one. I won't tonight because as soon as I get home, I'm pretty much going to be turning around heading to work. I might do a tomorrow upload. If not, it'll go up Wednesday afternoon. But for those of you who are watching, and especially those of you who stuck around throughout the majority of the stream, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And for those of you who are further up the line looking to catch the same train, best wishes to you. I am sitting just outside of Batavia, so it should be seeing Bergen in about 6 to 7 minutes. And it should be at Attridge Road for the West Shore Roulette game in about 20. And then Fairport somewhere in the range of an hour. So there's your updates. Good luck catching it, and we'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching.